What's up, everybody, and welcome to That Chick Angel TV. I'm That Chick Angel, and it's another installment of The Bold and the Beautiful.
You told that now you were singing on that Shade Room, and that's why you got in trouble.
Listen, and I'll sing again. How did you? I am joined by none other than Kevin. I am joined by none other than Kev on stage, also known as Kevin Fredericks, his beautiful wife and NAACP nominated author, Melissa Fredericks, a.k.a. Mrs. Kev on stage, and my sexy, delicious, and edible husband. Yeah, he's edible. Marcus Tanksley, also known as Tank.
What's happening?
I saw y'all at the NAACP luncheon, and I'm so glad that moment happened to you.
Oh, I was happy too.
Yes.
It was unexpected, but I was happy too.
I was like, that's right. Yeah. That's right. You went up there, and they were like, we got a moment for you, sis. We got a moment. If y'all didn't watch, they called up the recipients for each of their awards, the nominees for each of their awards, and they called up Kevin for his, and Kevin called up Melissa because he's like, my wife is with me. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, at a separate time, Melissa Fredericks. She's like, oh, hi again, guys. So glad to be here.
Use it all the first time. So.
If you all didn't know, we are sponsored by some amazing sponsors this episode, and they are BetterHelp, Babbel, and who is the other one? We are sponsored by BetterHelp, Babbel, and HelloFresh. Oh, my friends. Y'all know I love them. We'll tell you more about them later on in the podcast. Today, we are going to be doing a game. And real quick, we forgot to do that at the beginning of, here's the thing, just FYI. I just remembered as I did that correctly this time. We're going to be playing a game called The And. I'm going to read this little card. Again, this seemed like it would be up your alley, Melissa, but also good for all of us. We are The Skin Deep, an Emmy Award-winning creative studio that explores human connection in our digital age. Our purpose to offer experiences that deepen relationships, spark meaningful conversation, and explore humanity against the ever-changing backdrop of our world as we work to create the first ever database of human emotion. So, we are about to play this game where
I didn't know they won an Emmy.
Yeah, the Skin Deep. I guess they did. We're going to play this game. Basically, we'll be asking our spouses questions. You all just divide this up. Don't look, just you take 12, he take 12. We'll be asking our spouses questions. And hopefully this will lead to some meaningful conversation.
Okay.
Okay, here you go.
Did you count 12 out for me? Mm-hmm. You're so sweet.
Ooh.
Excuse me. I never have to be scared when you're around.
I'm so happy for that today.
Okay. Real quick, because this is happening, we won't have an episode before Valentine's Day. You all doing anything special for Valentine's Day?
Yes, I have a 3-day staycation.
Oh, nice. What are we doing?
You tell me. I played last year.
Oh, he did, Angel.
What we do last year?
I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
right.
He didn't.
Matter, dead to right.
No,
I
was like,
and then you went and sat down with 2 minutes left in the round.
Hey.
I was gonna say.
Finish line was right there. I said I can walk.
I was like, he didn't play nothing. We didn't do nothing for Valentine's Day.
Let me see. Last year, I don't know. What we doing?
I don't know. Are we doing something?
It's up to you.
It was up to us.
Then we halfway doing something.
Y'all go stay at the Holiday Inn.
And then at the Holiday Inn, they also probably got bed bugs and them all of your friends. Okay, let's start. Who should go? Marcus.
I'll go first.
Oh,
am I asking her or I'm answering?
you're asking her, and you have to look her in the eyes when you ask it.
Tantric sex. That's how you do tantric sex. You got a haircut, Josh?
Josh looks so thin.
Let me see you, Josh. All pretty.
Yeah.
It's the
Just
chin
precious.
strap.
Yeah.
Black barber? Oh, BJ.
Oh, it
Black
does.
barbers do the best. Sometimes I
Wait, he lives close to you?
No, he's down the street. Because
Oh.
I don't get the home street.
I was like, I didn't know. I don't even know where his shop is.
It's right over there.
I
I'm into
did
it.
not know that.
Little
House
Marcus'
before
barbershop is dope as hell. Barber.
Yeah, his barber's
That's
fine.
exactly what it is.
I be paying an ass.
Little Marcus's barber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it
I
took
think
me a
he's behind
second
on
to get
payment.
that. I was like, Angel, he's behind?
No,
She's
she's
behind.
She's behind.
Oh, she's behind on payment?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Are you
According to
ready?
him.
Yeah.
How would you describe true love?
Am I answering?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were answering. That's why I was like, hold on a second. How would I describe a true love?
Oh, let me while you're thinking of that, let me tell y'all how to play the game. I apologize. I'll let your brain formulate what you're going to say while I'm saying this. The way we're supposed to play is you sit facing one another with a foot of distance between you. For the purposes of filming, that's not how we're sitting. You choose 12 random cards from the deck. You take 30 seconds to relax and look at one another, and then person one begins asking, and then person two answers their question. Continue back and forth until you through all the questions. So it's just a simple little game. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
How would
so
you describe true love.
okay, so they said
Take 30 seconds. Breathe me in.
30 seconds is a long time.
That was what we were supposed to do at the top of the game.
Oh,
now we just go.
We ate chips.
Breathe me in.
My definition of love looks like safety and vulnerability. Boom. That's easy.
She said, "I've got the definition for my next book."
There-
Don't.
there.
don't.
Thank you. Safety
Don't
and
at me.
vulnerability.
All right, Melissa, you can ask Kevin.
Oh, we don't answer the question.
No.
Oh, cool.
When you think of our family, what is the first image that comes to mind?
Look at Melissa and her eyeballs.
I was thinking.
What's the name of why he's thinking? What's the name of the game? Because people are asking.
The end.
The end.
And.
Oh. The end.
When I think of our family, what's the image that comes to mind? All right. The first image that comes to mind when I think of our family is Josiah on the back of your jet ski,
Oh, yeah.
scared out of his mind, but hanging on.
Yes.
And the smile on me, my face, your face,
And
Isaiah's
his face.
and JoJo's terror.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who don't know, we went to Miami, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
First day of summer, we took the boys jet skiing. Melissa is with Joe, and Zay's with me. If you know anything about jet skis, the lighter you are, the faster they go. So I'm punching the jet ski, but it go as far as it'll go.
Almost with anything.
Yes, true. Good point. But cars can go fast whether you're heavy or
Well,
not.
yeah,
Jet
true,
skis.
yeah.
So Melissa's she punched it, and we thought she was punching it all the way. And I'm like, go as fast as you can go, Liz. She pushed that mug to the limit, and she ain't but a little bit over 100 pounds. And Joe probably was like 40,
Yeah, he
50.
was little.
When I tell y'all, they shoo, JoJo was, he was trying not to be scared, trying to be a man, but visibly terrified. We laughed for the rest of the afternoon at that experience. I think about it often. It was so fun and so fun. The other one probably is that picture of us right before we moved to LA. We're all looking in that picture and we smiling.
That was
And
17
the
years
boys
old.
ain't been back to Washington since that day.
I just told them that. You're
Wow.
not from there.
Wow,
Literally.
y'all said we'll never go back.
Them boys
I
have.
don't
We took
care
that
to.
picture, locked the door,
don't
sat on
care
our
to.
porch, took that picture, got like not even exaggerating, got in the car and drove off. And our kids have never been back.
I'm
Took
sure
the five
they
all the
are
way down.
okay
I'll
with that.
Never forget. I said, y'all go to the bathroom.
Series
We trying
finale
to get
right
all the way
there.
to Portland.
Yeah, closing credits.
Dog. The
I
boys
know.
go to the bathroom. Everybody go to the bathroom. We trying to go to Portland without stopping. Everybody, I went. We get to DuPont, which is a 20-minute drive from where we were.
Everybody got a piss.
Melissa's like, I need to go.
I had 2 kids. I don't care.
Right.
My blood is
She's
stretched.
like,
She
it don't
said, I
matter.
gotta go. The boys are like, we had to go potty as well. I said, no, nobody listened to what I said. We got to go to the bathroom. You know, Dad's is all about making good time. You make a stop within 20 minutes, you ain't making good time.
If they would have peed before they went, y'all would have stopped 10 minutes in. That's just how the body will work when you're on a
Grab some
trip.
bottles.
Right.
All right, Marcus.
Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine. Yeah.
Ooh, this is good. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is the question you don't want to ask me?
You think it's good. I think it's bullshit. I don't know. Like, No, I have
It'd
a question I don't want to ask you.
Really?
I don't be going that deep in my mind. What's a question I don't want to ask you? Who do you wish you married?
Whoa!
Wait, but do you have to answer it?
No.
No, answer it. We here.
Is this an
settled.
argument?
Who do you wish you married?
Don't answer it, Angel, if it ain't him.
She got to answer. I know the answer.
This version of you.
Bingo.
Shut up. That's a cop out.
Multi-version
not.
Marcus.
There's literally no one
This
else.
version of you.
There's literally no
I
one else
got
I
9, but that ain't your question. So
wish. Okay, go ahead.
what did you learn from your parents that you wish you could forget?
Ooh. Let me sort through my questions.
Over. Mine would be what is that called? When you shop emotionally, when you like what is it called? It has a word.
Buying?
It's not
Emotional
impulsive.
shopping?
It's something like that.
Is that?
I was going to say retail therapy.
That's what it's called. Retail therapy.
Never heard of that before. I heard of emotional shopping.
No, it's the people call it retail therapy. That's what I wish I would. I can recall when my mother would get on like when she would be extremely happy is when she would want to spend money. And I do the same thing. If things are going great, I'm just like, let me go and buy something. I probably don't need to buy anything, but because I'm in such a great mood, that's what I want to do. And I feel like I have bought things that have been unnecessary in my life because of my emotional shopping / retail therapy. Speaking of which, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
Muy bien. Oh, no, muy cansada.
Muy cansada.
Tired.
I speak that speaker.
One of the most exciting things about the new year is that you have no idea what adventures are in store for you. From new travel experience to new jobs or picking up new skills, there's no better way to prepare for 2023 than learning a new language with Babbel. Babbel is the language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions thanks to Babbel's addictively fun and easy bite-sized language lessons. You can feel confident no matter where the new year takes you. Y'all already know, for me, in my household, Spanish is the thing. And being that my son is in a regular middle school Spanish class, I can tell you with great confidence that learning it through Babbel is way easier and way more fun than what my son is having to do. I do not envy him that I have Babbel and he has Senor whatever his name is, okay?
Senior Smith.
With Babbel, you only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson so you can start having a real-life conversation in a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel's lessons were created by over 150 language experts and voiced by real native speakers, not computers. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven to be effective, and with Babbel, you can choose from 14 different languages. With Babbel's speech recognition technology, it helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent. There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, video stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/TBTB.
TBTB.
That's babbel.com/TBTB for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel. Language for life.
Language for life.
Okay, now on this round, now that we're understanding how these questions are going to go,
Okay.
if you would like to answer someone's question that has been asked,
Oh, got it.
feel
You
free.
can jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, after the initial person.
Okay.
Okay, Kevin.
You're up.
If I were to die tomorrow,
Choose another one.
what would you remember me by?
Choose another one.
Get somebody
Yeah, I
else.
don't like these type of questions. You got to choose something.
She doesn't have to answer.
Get somebody else.
It
to do
says every question must be asked, but you do not have to answer the question.
You know, I don't like questions like that.
You earn the right to remain silent. But it says you must look at the person in the eye for 10 seconds before saying pass. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Do it,
5,
Kevin. Tongue out.
4, 3, 2, 1. I will remember you by.
I will remember you.
Let me see here. Let's see here.
You will remember.
How would we remember Kevin?
Like this.
Goofy, look at him.
That's what y'all put on my thing. I want a picture like this on the side.
No, oh, that's
I want it
probably
to be a
No, it's
GIF.
gonna be when you move. They, you know, the little hologram picture.
Where's the kid?
yeah.
Nobody
No.
does.
Pass.
A lot of people do this, but nobody has the.
No, nobody can do
does
it like
that.
him. Nobody can do it
My
like
kids
him.
be making fun of me like, when you went to the NAACP, did you do your little dance?
Boo,
on,
boo, boo. You better do it when you
I
win.
do it.
Remember that day he got mad at us because we weren't doing it.
He's like, you're not doing it right.
We was at that Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
doing
It was
it.
all shoulders, man. It's a torso band.
is.
Y'all was just doing this.
Oh, Kevin for real got hot.
That's Richard Nixon.
He's
Have
like,
y'all ever seen me do this?
Shut up.
I would either remember by when we all went out to eat the first time during the pandemic. We went to that place
Volcano.
in
No, it was
no
Lucille.
Lucille.
Lucille's?
It was
Yes.
Volcano is in that area though.
Victory was
Oh,
in
you right,
town.
Lucille.
Yeah,
Josh was there.
Josh was there.
Either that and you telling the story. That's when we found out. Oh, he's insane. You were telling the story about you being drunk and walking.
Yes.
Oh,
And
the
you-
7-Eleven
your feet-
story.
Stubbed your toe.
You stubbed your toe.
Stubbed my
That's
toe.
about, I think we all almost threw up.
Domino's.
Yes.
Telling different stories.
I mean, not Domino's. You went to
Seven-
$5
No,
Little
Denny's.
Caesars.
Denny's. Oh, no, I did went to Little
nice.
Caesars too.
Yeah.
That was a long night.
It was a long night.
Yeah.
That story started
Trail
at
of
7
blood.
p.m.
That was our first time going out somewhere,
It's
and
impossible. I can't get drunk.
it was pandemic.
What a
That was our
stupid
first time
thing to
going to a
say.
restaurant since
Yeah,
the
that was our first
pandemic.
time
We
to
were
go
like,
to a restaurant.
all
We were
right.
nervous.
And that's the night you said, I'm trying to die.
You said, I'm trying to die tonight.
I sure
Yeah.
did go to Little Caesars.
That's what
he
I will
did.
remember.
Yeah,
is
that was
that
a good-
story. Either that or when we or our handshake. Well, it's your hand symbol and my hand symbol. I just don't remember. Yours is
His is this.
no, yeah, two.
Oh,
there we go.
I haven't
That.
done that in a long time.
that.
I will remember y'all by when we went to Napa. That Napa trip, we talked the whole way, but we went to that restaurant.
The crowd.
That had the COVID one.
No, not
festival.
that. That was funny
the
too.
the 3
We was outside,
stars.
Oh,
We were leaving.
and we came in, and every table sat down and left, and we were still eating
were
at that
still there,
restaurant.
yeah.
Remember?
Which
Uh-huh.
one?
It was
The Michelin.
outside.
That
It
was when we were leaving.
Yeah, I
they
was
was
gonna
like-
say,
Oh,
that's
the
Michelin?
brunch.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
brunch.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
brunch
yeah,
spot.
yeah, yeah.
Yep, we was
That
in
was
there
a good
for like
time.
Remember the
4
dude?
hours.
Remember
Yes.
who was we talking about? There was somebody we were talking about at that restaurant. And they were, I think I took a picture of them and they were looking directly
And we were
into
like-
the camera.
We were like, Melissa, don't look. And
Oh, yeah,
was
Melissa
like,
was like, who?
Oh, don't ever be like that.
You just
No, I'm
cannot
looking.
tell Melissa.
you have to say, Melissa, look,
listen.
and maybe.
No, we gave,
Listen, I
we
be
gave
telling
specific directions.
No, I'm
All right.
Marcus. I don't even tell Melissa this. I have told Melissa, let's don't look. Let's don't look. Let's don't look. Don't look. She's like, okay. I'm like, say don't look back to me. She's like, don't look. I'll be like, okay, the person. We just
said, "I
said
can't."
don't look. As soon as you start to describe her mind, like, I need to see it.
You got to tell me left or right last. Don't look, don't look, look. There's a person with a shirt to the left of you.
She
Yeah.
do it so her whole body turns. She don't turn her head. She
Him?
Yes. There's 2 people over here. You mean him or him?
Who's the person you don't want me to know that we're all looking at and you're telling the story about them?
I'm definitely looking.
Her? Okay. It's not you.
Melissa, I would remember by either her crying when I put socks on her.
Oh man, I was so emotional.
I was like,
Remember that?
I don't know if I just did something wrong.
Man, I was so emotional.
You were.
I was overwhelmed.
I was like, okay, hopefully I didn't do anything wrong. Like some people might be sensitive about their feet. I was like, and Kevin said, don't be trying to do lesbian stuff with my wife.
Don't be over there bumping coochies.
That's what Kevin say.
Or when, I'm not going to say what I said to Melissa, but it was something I saw on Instagram. And I said, oh, what is this? And Melissa said, shut up. She said, Angel, shut up.
I don't remember. I remember that. I don't remember what
We
it was
were on the
about. I don't
book
remember
tour. She
context.
said, Angel, shut
I
up.
remember that.
Yeah,
moment,
I
but
don't remember the
what it
context, but I
was.
remember the moment. That's so funny.
Oh, one thing that was also funny. I'm sorry, you just remind me. The book tour when we had them words. together,
Oh, that
and
was a
we
good
had-
time.
I wish we had thought of that earlier.
Wait, what word?
We gave each other a
Oh,
word. To say.
Yes.
Melissa
One of us
came
had
out
a-
the gate. Wood grain.
Anyway,
And then got
I
excited. She said,
I get excited when you get it. I get excited when you get it.
didn't know what
I
happened.
They, remember they thought we were high? Yeah. I'm like,
I'll
y'all
be
must have
excited
had something
about
good,
that.
boy.
Man,
That was so
fun.
funny.
That
It was a good time. It was a good time.
No, yeah, mine would
worrying.
definitely be like all the funny moments. Especially Kevin.
Wait, I don't think they know this. Someone said, "What are y'all talking about?"
Oh,
We never told the story.
We did, but I will re-explain
Okay.
it. So, my sister and her lawyer friends, they used to have this little game where they would give someone a word that they would have to say in their closing argument, and however many times they could say it is how many points they would get. So, like an
In
example,
real cases?
in real
yes,
cases.
Oh my god!
In their
Y'all
closing
playing
statement.
Scrabble
What
with
about the
people's
one,
lives?
the one that actually that she was telling us about?
So his word was shenanigans, and so his closing statement was shenanigans, Your Honor. This man has been just having shenanigans all across town, and is wasting the court's
He
time.
went to Shia Shenanigans, which is a restaurant in Tacoma.
It is.
He probably got off shenanigans like 4 or 5 times in his closing
Funny,
statement.
man.
So I was like, oh, we were extremely exhausted. We have been stuck at
Yeah, I
airports
was gonna say,
multiple
that was
times.
after the first time, right?
Yeah, we were trying to get to Chicago.
Oh my god!
And we were in Chicago and we were exhausted. And, it was just a long day. So I was like, hey, guys, I have an idea. Why don't we each give each other a word to say and we'll try to get it in while we're on stage, but it has to be seamless for the audience not to know. So Kevin's word was tampon.
I remember mine.
One of us, I think I had hullabaloo.
You did.
And
We gave him a little, but I'm
was
like, that's way
contraband?
too.
Was
Oh,
contraband?
Paraphernalia.
Or, yeah, what
Paraphernalia.
Yeah,
Paraphernalia.
paraphernalia. And
That's
I
what-
was pink panties.
Pink
I thought they
panties.
had panties.
In your panties.
In your damn panties. I thought yours was cacti.
No, that was the second time.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I gave myself, I said, what word would be impossible for me to use?
Right.
I was like, cacti.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So yeah, that. What were you about to
So,
say? Finish. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, like of course all the hilarious. Anytime we get together, it's usually hilarious. But with Kevin, it would be him wanting to include his friends in everything he wants to do, wants to accomplish. Melissa would be her goofiness and how thoughtful she is.
Oh,
said
those
you thought
any
before.
those
gifts-
glasses were so thoughtful.
them glasses.
Oh, I'm happy.
I bought a case for him.
Oh, that makes me
A wooden
happy.
case for him.
Melissa got. They don't know what the
Yeah,
glass.
Kevin and Melissa.
Thank you.
got me.
Thank you.
got me
That's
these,
great.
yeah.
husbanding.
She got me these glasses that say Tank Mules on them.
Tanks.
Tanks Mules.
Yeah.
Or
And
Tanks
they're
Mules. And it's etched in the glass.
what's that called? Those type of glasses?
Whiskey glasses.
Whiskey glasses.
Yeah, the whiskey glasses.
I carried my purse yesterday on the red carpet.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was looking at them. I was like,
Listen,
man, I'm
gives
getting
really
a case
great
of these.
gifts.
I like
And
good gifts.
I'm like, that
Yeah.
takes thought. Like, she really thought about that. Ordered them. And they got to the house.
And they got.
No, because
Ordered them, put the address in.
No, because me and
they
been
here.
like, you ain't got them yet. 6 months later, man, let me call these people. I done sent
The
them
man done
emails.
set it down at the front yard. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Okay, Melissa, it's your turn to ask a question to Kevin.
Okay. Describe.
Sex, but sex.
That actually felt like an answer, so I'm going to move on. How do you describe? I got all the.
Ask the question. You have to ask the question.
Okay. In 5
She's
words.
passing
No.
in taboo. That's points.
No, that's 3 points.
Okay, okay.
Go back to the one you skipped.
Yeah, you got to
How
ask.
do you
No,
think-
No,
two
it's
over,
one more.
girl, now.
How do you describe me and our family to others?
Was that really
Said
it?
butt sex.
Is that the question, Melissa?
Describe when you feel most alive.
What was the question? Oh,
What is it?
Somebody
Describe.
said sex,
Answer
that's
of
what-
going back. Was that the question? Fine. Fine then. Fine then. I'll go back to the one. What was the question?
Describe when you feel most alive. That's why I skipped it.
She said that sounds like an answer.
That it really is. When you're busting a nut,
bustle nut.
I mean, that just, sometimes when I'm coming so hard,
Oh, wow.
I be like, God, you really did this. Like, that was so nice of you to give us that feels so good.
Because you had a duty
This
to
is why I
uphold.
wanted to
Man.
He said I wanted to.
God really
I was like, I'm
like,
going to reward you.
I'm going to make you feel
replenish
so
this
good
one.
right now. It ain't going to last for long. But all your worries just going to fall
Thing
away.
is, you probably can't handle it lasting for too long.
No, if
You
it was
feel
longer
most
than that,
alive.
it would probably hurt. I'll be like, okay,
yeah.
I went off this roller coaster.
So you feel most alive when you are making life.
Yeah. I'll be like, man, I'll be feeling elevated.
Elevated.
And not even joke, that is probably when I feel most alive. Or the only thing that comes close,
Comes.
when I am on stage and I'm absolutely ripping and
Yes.
people are just
Ripping.
hey, is that a sex thing? Ripping? Oh, okay, that was a new one. Oh, when I'm absolutely destroying the audience and they're like,
Yeah, right. He's gonna keep
when I'm
on.
jacking off. So when I'm on stage and people are just really like doubled over in laughter and just like hitting the table, there's nothing. Even in other performance elements, like there's nothing in acting, which I also enjoy, but there's nothing in acting that gives me the same instant gratification
Right.
of a perfectly delivered joke and the reaction of an audience that is just putty in your hands. So I be feeling alive then. And then if I get to have sex that night, it's like, call me home, God. 'Cause what else can you do?
We are only down here from here.
And the listeners will be like, okay, and no to that, you won't be getting none.
Give me some of that butt.
What's your answer to that?
When I feel the most alive is, man, there's a lot of moments. I really do enjoy like making
Out.
memories with my family, like when we're doing stuff and all my kids are involved too, like that feels really good for me. I also, if it's like a personal thing, I also really truly enjoy being on stage, like public speaking. I actually really when I'm having like, when I feel really good about the content and I've like know what I'm talking about, I know it's impactful, and I'm like, I know there's certain speaking engagements that I've done where I know I am at the apex of who I should be as a person. Those just like make me feel really good.
And Sarah
inside.
Jake says you was in your bag.
Yeah.
Woman Evolve.
The Woman Evolve, the very first one.
Man.
I did a online thing where I was talking about
Yep.
wholeness.
The Legos one?
The Legos one.
Yep.
Even when I did the very first Show Up for Yourself, that one still like still resonates with me. Even low key, sometimes when I used to teach Sunday school,
Yep.
when I used to teach
little
children's
kids.
church, like those type of things, really, I just feel like who God designed me to be, when I'm in that, it's very rewarding for
That's
me.
fire. That's really dope. Real quick before you answer the question so you can think about it, I
About
just
the
want to
contrast
say,
between their
No.
outfits.
Sorry.
I was just like, when I'm having sex at the end, and Melissa's like, when I impact people's lives, and when the white stuff comes out,
Not even sex. The end.
okay, so this is what I wanted to say. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We're all gonna need it.
Oh, yes, we are. When you're at your best, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in a way that you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you, because when you feel empowered, you're more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. I love therapy. I took a break from my therapist, and let me tell you what, I'm coming back, because there were many times where she helped me tap back into the best version of myself. Kind of like Melissa talking about when she's like walking in her purpose, feeling the most alive. Having a therapist to help you really tap into that, because sometimes things can get foggy, sometimes things can get hazy, and then you don't feel like you're showing up the way you're supposed to. Having a licensed, trained, outside person helping you navigate those times to get you to where you want to be is priceless. If you're thinking about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/TBTB today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TBTB.
I had a really emotional therapy session last night because Kev and you guys went to the that premiere.
To the man's.
Yes, and that's
Was
all I
crying?
wanted to say. Child, I was bawling my eyes out.
Oh, bless
She
her.
does-
Share everything that happened exactly word
I
for
will
word.
not be doing that on this
Post
podcast.
it on Zoom.
But the one of the things that she does that Kevin hates this, and I find it to be so like literally therapeutic, is when they have you close your eyes and like imagine this, that, or the third. For some reason, my mind is able to visualize. I think that's also why this is an
fine.
aside, but it'll come back. I think when I am able to like recall a story, especially when I'm writing it, I can see it in a way where the words, you can understand what I'm saying through my words. I don't know if I'm making sense.
You are, maybe.
Okay, very good. And so sometimes when she has me do those things, I can actually do them in my mind. Like it really comes alive for me in my mind, like the story that she wants me to like kind of act out or play out or whatever. And so it ends up being really, really impactful. So anyway, all of that to say, last night she had me like, go inside yourself and find like the little Melissa and walk up to her and what would you say? And I literally, like, to the point where in my mind, but it became physical, I'm like going up to little Melissa, but then I felt the warmth because I could feel myself giving little Melissa a hug, but then I felt it. It was just really a moment. It was very impactful.
You'll be a good actor if you can do that.
You know what it is? I don't think it's acting for me. I almost think it's storytelling.
No, I know, but I'm saying if you can really feel actual warmth from an
got it.
imagined thing, that's the kind of like connection to your inner person that you need to emote.
Got
as
it,
an
got it,
actor.
got it.
I think if you wanted to be trained, you could do it.
It's crazy because once again,
I'd just be like, this is dumb. I'm not going to talk to myself as a
Just
child.
jump through.
Just go. Just go with
Once
it.
again,
This is why I have to go last.
Once again,
No, you're good.
The cousins were out having the time of their life meeting people. And,
Oh, yeah, and I was bawling my
strings
eyes
were
out.
at home, dealing with kids and therapy sessions and crying. And
We tried.
Anyway,
I asked twice and
Disney
got
told me no, and they were like, ask again and you won't be going. I was like, hey. And it was really strict too. Like there really was that one seat.
But I'm happy you guys are able to go.
I'm glad
no,
y'all
I
went.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know you.
Yeah, because if something came up where you couldn't have went, I would have been pissed at you. Well, I told so and so, then cancel.
Yeah.
no, I was going to that thing.
Oh, I get my question.
No, or do you want to answer that? When do
When
you
do I
feel
feel most alive?
under a carburetor. Just turn it in it.
carbureted?
Actually, I feel most alive, like, even though there are people that couldn't be there, like my birthday party, seeing my friends and family enjoy themselves.
That's so crazy that I would have said the same thing.
Yeah, no, like
Why not the Christmas party?
Christmas.
I
No,
was
I
gonna
said
say-
like that. Even the
Okay,
Christmas
just
party.
say the
no,
Christmas
like
party.
my kids.
I want to be in the part where you feel alive.
We don't want to be in the part
Not the
where you
most
feel
recent
alive.
Part. I want to be the part where you feel alive, and I was there.
Well, I'm also selfish, so me. No, but anytime we do something or anytime I'm a part of something, and I get to see my family, friends, I don't care, family reunion, anything, and I just see everybody. Like I love having the kids loud upstairs. I ain't concerned about nothing. They probably broke something. Who cares? People like, what y'all, man, leave them alone. Unless they disturbing us, let them run and play. Come down here, ask for snacks, do whatever. Let everybody else. We had games and stuff going on, and that's when I take a step back and I actually take it in. Like, yeah.
I remember that feeling you're talking about. We used to have, I call them state-sponsored barbecues in Washington because a lot of our family was on the state. My brother was handing out the best deals.
Worked for the
He
state.
worked for the state of
Oh
Washington.
yeah, I remember
Just
that.
slide everybody
Yeah.
a couple $100.
So Nick had, I mean, you had to probably qualify, but he could get you more. We used to have, at this time, Melissa and I had 2. Nick had
Probably
3.
2. Nehemiah wasn't born yet.
Was it just him and CJ?
Mine's
Okay, Nick had 2. Keita had 2. Jay had 7.
If I
He had all of
born,
them.
he had
He
7.
had 7. So I believe there was
Keita, Did you say
Yeah,
kid?
Keita had. So there was like 11 children
It was all the kids
at our
upstairs.
house.
I have a
This,
picture.
we
of
only
that.
had a 2-bedroom at our house.
We just got pictures of that house again because we're about to go through the process of renting it out again. Our renter just moved out. That house was so big to us at the time.
Man,
Oh yeah.
It is so small.
I've
This
gone
house-
through that with my parents' old house. It was like,
Marcus.
I feel like it was enormous.
It felt so big because when you're going from how small your apartment is, we had upstairs, downstairs.
Hey,
I mean, this is just
when I was coming
life-changing.
up, you was like on top.
Upstairs, downstairs?
What how small your house was? If you had 2 levels,
Period.
balling.
Yeah.
It
Our
just-
neighbors across the street had 2 levels. I was like, man, why couldn't we move over in one of them houses?
It didn't even dawn on me at the time that we didn't. There was only one bathroom that had a shower in the house. Upstairs, the boys and us, we all share the same
We had
bathroom.
1 bathroom.
Downstairs, they had
Period.
just a little half, and me and Melissa paid extra for the half because some people didn't have the half; they just had a closet right there. But anyway, to your point, the kids be up there loud, playing, feeling like they or sound like they're about to come through the floor.
Yeah.
And then Melissa brought, and I'll never forget this. She bought them all them little cheap popsicles, little polar ice. Them kids all like all the lights. Kids had the reddest lips.
Yes.
All the kids had colored tongues. They was just eating popsicles,
Man, I miss those days.
sticky. They was all little and fun still. They didn't have attitudes. They didn't have no phones. You know, just the moment.
That's why I miss like Kentucky, like barbecues and cookouts and stuff. It's like that's that family reunion thing. It's just like
Yes.
kids doing stuff, adults have a good time. And Melissa told me get the hell out of her face because I'm trying to make sure everybody's comfortable at the Christmas party. I thought you were sick. She was like, leave me alone. I said, then be cold.
And be cold.
I agree. I feel the Christmas party was the example I was going to give of when I feel most alive, when I'm able to make my home a place that people feel comfortable being at and where they have fun and where my kids are having fun. Like the game I played with those babies with the saran wrap and seeing how excited they were, I was just like, well, Lord, I've done my job. Yes, that
Got to
definitely.
come home now. I feel
It truly, and then the last so it's mine is a combination. Also, being on stage, not so much doing stand up, but making people laugh. That I always feel great about it. All right,
Love it.
okay,
You
okay.
went?
I went first.
That was the No, you went, then she
Oh,
went,
okay.
then Marcus went.
Oh yeah, I went after you.
I was
Okay.
answering your question.
You answered the
Got it.
question first. We always got these tricky ones. What is the hardest thing about our relationship?
That was easy. I would say our different. I don't know what the word is. Our different styles.
Like, you mean just cleaning?
Yeah.
I knew. I was like, he
and
means.
that's not, no, and it's not just cleaning. It's like the way, like you have your own way of organizing. I have my way of organizing. It's like it's different.
Yeah.
That's definitely. That's gonna call this to the end. That's what that's gonna do.
I would say, is it the hardest thing for me about our relationship? I don't think it's our communication style. Is knowing if how I communicated landed the way I wanted it to on you, and also understand that how things land on me, that what you said, it might not be how you wanted it to land on me.
It's called being a husband.
I'm saying vice versa, because sometimes stuff lands on me and I have to like process if I'm mad about it and then try to think, well, are you mad about it because is it how you received it, or is that how he meant it to be received by you? That'd be hard because it'd take a lot of work for me not to just be like, well, I'll just be mad. That just works better.
Just be mad.
Y'all want to answer that at all?
I would say that I think it's a combination of those things where we just have very different approaches. Like at the beginning of the year, this is like
Different
in a
approaches.
nutshell. Yes. At the beginning of the year, I was like, Kevin, I always feel victim to my schedule, and I can't stand it. I never feel like I have control of my schedule. I always feel like my stomach's growling. My schedule has control of me.
Shut up now.
I got it. Hush, no.
Oh, and so I was like, let's sit down. We need to like map out what we want to do for the year. What are our absolutes, the family vacations? What do we want? Like, let's put it into the schedule now. And that way we can start planning like things accordingly and, you know, whatever. And so after we did it, I was like, oh my God, you don't feel better? Like, I just feel like we know what we're doing. I know we're going to do this. Like January is mapped out. February is mapped out. Like all these things are mapped out. Oh my God, I just feel so great. And he was like, yeah, no.
I feel nothing.
I feel nothing.
I feel happy that you feel happy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, let's go to Ireland next week.
I would have loved that. I would have loved that. And he would not have cared.
Oh my God.
I feel like, yeah, let's go to Ireland next week.
We ain't doing nothing.
We had a business meeting, a business retreat. We did a business retreat. I felt great afterwards.
You and him?
Me, him, and Victory, our only like actual employee, to help guide us through this year. And I was like, I want to do it in 2022 for 2023 because I don't want to be behind the ball. We did it. We got a lot of stuff accomplished. I was like, yes. And I mean, he was like, yeah, that was cool. I was like, I don't understand how you don't understand that was epic.
That was so amazing.
I don't understand how you don't understand that was epic.
It was epic.
It's very funny.
I love those things.
Did you want to answer, Kevin? What's the hardest thing about y'all's relationship?
I would say the things that are most important to Melissa come the hardest to me.
And vice versa.
It's
Wow.
like if I sometimes feel like if I was a different person, this could be so much easier. But part of my personality flaws just in life, people complain about communication, moving ahead without people, moving ahead without plan, not communicating. Like that's a common theme with my relationships. In my marriage, my romantic partnership, it's more impactful.
Right.
And I just be like, some people I feel like are more naturally administrative, or the way Melissa, her thought happens, her next thought is, okay, who needs this information? I need to tell Kevin, to tell my sister, my parent, or whoever it's impacted by. And mine is not that inclination. So sometimes I feel like the stuff she's asking for is not hard. It is just hard for me to do.
It's just not second nature.
It's not second, it ain't even third nature. It's like I have to make a concerted effort to do something because given my natural disposition, I would never do that at all.
He said this is mechanical. It is not nature at all.
It takes a lot of work.
Program
to do it,
me.
but I know it's value, so I make it work. But I feel like somebody else, like if you had a woman partner, you probably would be very happy. Except this,
I don't know why you have this like bizarre thing with like lesbian relationships.
it's patriarchy. That's what they tell us to like.
He literally, when I put on her socks, I said, Kevin, your wife is crying. If you might want to check on her. He checked on her. He said, hey, don't you be doing no lesbian stuff with my wife. I was like,
too late. It
I
only
said,
took a couple weeks now. We got to marinate to see this planet.
she was holding my child and she needed socks. What?
Yeah, I know what socks can be.
This episode is sponsored by HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Get HelloFresh and skip the extra trip to the grocery store and long checkout lines. Spend more time doing the things you love with delicious chef craft recipes delivered to your doorstep. Looking for an easy way to eat it well and save money? Cut back on expensive takeout and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. You'll love how fast and easy and affordable it is to whip up a restaurant quality meal right in your own kitchen. I think it's not been a full year yet, but it's been close to a year that we have been a HelloFresh family. We get that box every week. We've only paused it for 1 week. Sometimes actually we've had to pause it because of actual ads. We sometimes get a box, but other than that, we have kept our subscription up. It has really been a lifesaver. My schedule has only gotten busier since the pandemic happened, and I was really getting bummed out that we were ordering food so much. It was just like my kids don't even know what it smells like to have food cooking in the kitchen. HelloFresh completely changed that, where I'm able to get them a home cooked meal at least 5 days out of the week. And it's something they enjoy and something neat for me to do. And it's not regular just baked chicken with roasted broccoli and sweet potatoes, because I was on a roll with that before the pandemic. I was like, are we getting ready for a weightlifting competition? I need to be more creative. HelloFresh did that. Go to HelloFresh.com/TBTB65.
TBTB65.
And use code TBTB65
TBTB65
for 65% off plus free shipping. Wow. Again, go to HelloFresh.com/TBTB65.
TBTB65
And use code TBTB65
TBTB65
for 65% off plus free shipping. It's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Okay.
Turn. Marcus or Angel?
I think it's Marcus.
Marcus?
Yeah, because I
Marcus.
just asked the question, I think.
Go ahead, Marcus. Marcus, your turn.
What concerns you most about our future as a family?
What concerns you most
Should have
about our
shuffled these.
future?
It looked like we
I
got
know
all
it
the-
did feel like they were split.
We're like,
Morbid,
you
just
like
like-
ice cream? That's what mine are like. Like, you like ice cream, huh?
Just your health, I think. You're not an unhealthy person by no means, but like you're also not the type of person that if they have an ailment thinks to go directly to a physician.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, age done changed that.
And praise God.
People aren't
Listen,
paying attention.
he ain't gone. I can't. He probably can't tell you last time he been to the doctor.
Nah, I can't. But I ain't had no illness.
So just that, like, I would love for us to be old and gray and actually get to possibly see great grandkids. But yeah,
If
just
it wasn't for them kids and stuff, you wouldn't be at them doctor either.
what you mean?
Tried to say that.
You did.
I don't know what you said.
I
If it
said,
wasn't for them
if
kids, you wouldn't have been at that
for her
doctor
being
neither.
Pregnant, having kids, she wouldn't be visiting.
Oh,
You
no
know
doctor.
what? No, actually no. I used to use SAG insurance doctor all the
Used
time.
to. I'm talking about now when you need it most at this age.
Will you hush real quick? The reason why I don't have a doctor is the problem.
I don't either. I need to get
Every
one.
Yeah.
time somebody asks me for a primary care
Lucky I
physician, I'd
do
be
have
like,
one.
I'd be going to
Who was your
people-
last one? I don't remember.
Yeah.
The kid. The last time we had a consistent doctor was the kid's pediatrician. Now that person we went to all the time.
They have a new one now.
Yeah, but when we came here for me,
Oh, yeah.
whoever's at urgent care, that's the person.
I had the best urgent care doctor. He would just prescribe me whatever I asked for.
No, Jesus.
Perk 30?
Nah, he wouldn't do no perk.
You a perk and dance?
But he was old enough. He was like, "Look, I ain't. Look, what you need?"
No, I used to. Also, what slowed me down from going to the doctor was the pandemic. I was like, I don't want to be where sick people are. But before, I was using my SAG insurance up. You know what? Let me call y'all. I just
got
called.
prescribed the inhaler. That's because I went to the doctor. I was
did.
wheezing.
Right.
You did.
Well, doctor, get off me. Back up.
What? Okay, what's your answer?
I was gonna say the same answer as the last one.
What?
Our approach
That's the thing
and
that
my
makes
health. Nah.
you. No, wait a minute. What was the question?
The last one.
No, the question you asked.
What concerns you most about our family?
Okay, that's all I couldn't remember what the exact
Concerns you
question was.
most about our family.
The future of our family.
What concerns you most about the future of our family? I'll tell you what plagues my mind these days. I have teenagers that will be leaving the home at some point. I don't think they'll necessarily move in next year, even though Isaiah will be a senior next year. And I often think about how my kids will be as like adults in the world without their parents by their side doing the things. Like as they're getting older, I be freaking out.
I get it.
I be freaking out.
Because Isaiah, is he going to get his license?
That child ain't interested in getting his license.
They say that's a
Although
new thing. It's like
Absolutely.
younger
He has no-
generations have no desire.
he has no
You-
Oh,
you
he's
can't
been
get him.
born to the right parents to not want to have a license.
I told him the other day, like, you got to get it together because you be trying to do too much. But then he also, he's like starting to date. So that kind of freaks me out as well. Yeah, all the things. It just,
Yeah.
Who's Jackie?
yeah.
Them all.
I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Yesterday I was asking him, like, how do you show up as a boyfriend? Like, what do you do? How do you know you're being a good girl, boyfriend? You know, and then I'm like, oh my God, you're going to get married to someone. Like, how are you going to be as a husband? Joe is trying to learn how to cook, which is really adorable. He made us all like breakfast scrambles, which was really cute. But then everything he made, he left out.
That boy put the doggone pan on the counter. I said, no, he
But
was
the
like,
eggs were
he was
out,
trying to
the
make the
bacon.
plates. He turned the fire off and was like, okay, I'm gonna put y'all on plates. It said on the counter. I said, put it back on the stove. So he's like, oh, my bad. Then took
got
the other
stone, you
thing and
good.
put the cast iron skillet. I said, never take the stuff off of the stove. These things are not designed for that heat.
That shows because the generation we grew up in, the kind of parents we had. You can put stuff on y'all's counter.
Yeah, y'all got real.
I was
y'all got
gonna
stone.
say I be putting stuff on there all the time, but I
Yeah.
just
I
let it
take
ain't
stuff
gonna burn
right
it.
out the
Yeah,
oven,
it's not
set it
gonna
right
burn.
on that stone. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Look at old
Kevin, you
Dale.
don't have laminate in that house,
Right.
okay?
It's gonna melt to the back of the
granite.
box.
I'm like I do it all the time, but
You
I'm
gotta
gonna let
have
you
a
rock.
flame 20,000 Kelvin to burn that goddamn granite.
Bring name Kelvin.
That's
Kelvin.
what Shara calls you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is like literally just thinking about my kids being like grown adults out in the real world without me there to help them freaks me out.
Listen, I'm right there with you, but thank God I'm not nowhere near where you are, because I would not be no good.
Little Marcus is in 7th?
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah, luckily it also freaks him out, so it makes me feel better. I was like, you only got 4 more years. He's like, huh? I was like, that's right. Keep that good fear. Keep it.
Most kids are freaked out at that age to go to high school and
Were y'all
I
a little
wasn't.
bit- when y'all finished high school? Were y'all did you feel prepared for the next phase of your life?
I was grown as hell, yes. My mother left a week into me getting into college. Like, she moved me in and then moved to Alaska. I was
You
there.
moved to Alaska?
Yes.
Oh dang! I thought you were just doing the metaphor. For
She either moved to Alaska. No, she might have moved. No, she moved to Baltimore. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
was gonna
But
say
she
she-
eventually moved to Alaska, too.
yeah.
So I was like, but no, I
How'd you feel, Thomas or Tank?
so grown.
Like coming out of high school?
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely feel prepared. I already had everything mapped out and planned out.
Hey,
Because I knew I was going to, I always call college like adulthood on training wheels.
It is.
transitionary adulthood.
Yeah, and so I think by the time we were out of college, actually no, I would not say that I felt ill prepared for anything, only because I feel like I had a plan. After high school, I knew I was going to college. After college, by the time college was done, I had already started the management training program at the bank. We were married, like all of those things. So it was easy for me to understand like what was next for me. It wasn't like there was never a moment of like unknown, which I feel like is more it's scarier, not more scarier, but just scarier.
What you say? What you say?
I definitely felt ready. I was already working. I already had my own. I've been working for a long time. I will say it took a little bit of adjusting to when all the bills started coming in my name.
Yeah.
I was just like, dang, man.
That
these-
still hurt Josh.
Yeah.
God. I actually remember the craziest thing that felt like adulthood outside of the bills was when I went to the grocery store to buy groceries the first time for my apartment. And I realized how expensive seasonings were. Like salt, when you're buying salt, pepper, Lawry's,
This is
all for the
snowflake.
first time. I was like, guys, what are you? These are like $4.89.
Yeah,
It's like
that's
$50 to get like
Yeah.
7 things.
No caloric benefit.
I
Can't
was
do
like
nothing.
that, and you realize how, like, when you have no seasonings, you realize how many
You
seasonings
been
your
taking
parents
advantage
had.
of all that goddamn.
No,
they
we
had a
got
whole
lemon pepper, garlic, onion, or whatever you need is
Yeah.
there. When you have to buy it all, I think the first time, and I couldn't even get the full range.
Yeah.
After I got the onion powder, I was like, all right, I got to come back.
Oh no, it takes weeks. It takes some weeks to
Bruh.
build up.
You can't buy all the seasonings on one day.
Nah.
You got to
Not
get
your
the
first time through.
I was like,
Jordans, you gotta
Slowly build it up.
listen, and that was another thing about adulthood. When it was time to pay bills or buy Jordans, I turned into a parent. I literally told myself, "You gonna eat the Jordans?" All right, like to myself. I was like,
Yeah.
"That's 8-10 meals.
Yeah, man.
I can't afford no doggone Jordans right now. I'm finna be hungry,
Right.
towels and toilet paper.
That
man."
question of did you feel prepared is like absolutely. Did I end up being prepared?
Well,
But I went in that thing confident.
Someone said that they feel less prepared now than they did then. And actually, that's what that resonates with me. I feel like at 20,
yeah.
21, 25, like all those years when it was like, again, I knew what I was doing. I knew I was going to work. I knew these were the things like that. Easy peasy for me. This new world, I'd be every other day stressed the heck out.
Well,
Sometimes- oh, go ahead.
the
I'm
fact
gonna go ahead.
that I'm this
Sometimes-
big age that I am, and there are certain things that still aren't easy for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, when? When
Yeah.
is it like I'm coasting? When I think about what my parents' friends look like at this age and how I saw them, at the age of 40 something.
Yeah, what 40s felt like.
Yeah, it felt like, oh, they've got this. This is just now routine of just doing the thing. I always feel like I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
I had that thought often. I want to say two things. One, when I met Melissa, her mom was 34, if I'm not mistaken. She's 18 years older than you.
Yeah.
16.
Mm-hmm.
That 34 was different than I felt at 34.
Absolutely.
And the other thing is, being in my house, sometimes I'll be like, this is my house. Like my kids, this is the only house, like we are their parents. I'll be like, y'all don't know how little I do know.
Right.
I've been raising y'all. I'll be like, here goes nothing.
I tell little Marcus that all the time so he knows. I just want you to know.
Give us some grace.
I am guessing. And I was like, so when you end up in therapy when you're older, just know I am trying. I'm not messing up on purpose.
We're doing the best that we can. That's why, as a parent, you give your parents more grace when you understand. And they had less than we had.
So much. I actually had a full-on conversation with my mom, and I told her, like, I offer you so much retroactive grace because there's just things that I could not have related to as a 13, 12-year-old kid that now at almost 40 as a mom and a wife, ooh, girl, we could have a different conversation.
Right.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, there's a lot of grace that I offer to you that I just, in a world as a teenager, preteen, I just couldn't have gotten it then.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, I really like this game. I think we not done enough time?
Oh.
Yeah.
We should keep these that we didn't do separated, and we can do the rest another time.
We're going to keep, like, we have so many. So why? You like the ones you had?
No, I didn't look at them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm on the ones that we've done. Yeah.
Separate them out.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys, we'll be back next week with more of these. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. I thought this was nice. Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay. So until next time, we'll holler at y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
And me and Melissa started working out again. I mean, the worst thing ever working out is when you have a late night before, and then you have to get up still at the same time.
Yeah.
And there's no wiggle room when you have kids. You can't miss. We can't miss that workout and be like, oh, I'll just meet you at 3.
Yeah. No.
If you miss the workout, it's over, and you already paid him.
We go back to working out tonight.
Tonight, it's gonna be dark.
Yeah, but we work out in our garage, so
But it's gonna be dark outside.
Can you hand me my phone?
it'd be dark outside when I work out in the morning.
What you need?
My laptop. I forgot I wanted to pull up the situations. It's easier on my eyes. Working out is stupid anyways.
Yeah. I know they're gonna be mad. I don't care.
Very spicy.
I should have mentioned it in the thing. My dyslexia has me, and then they would be like, I'm like, yeah, shut up.
It's funny that you mentioned that. There's this thing going around Twitter where a lot of restaurants are starting to say, look, every dog is an emotional support dog. So, what are the real ones called?
Service dogs.
Service dogs only.
Yeah, service animals are
Service
real.
animals only.
Emotional
Because
support
they
is
have,
bullshit.
yeah, because they have to get like license for that or whatever
That's not
it's
a dog
called.
you go pick out. You're prescribed that dog.
Right.
And only certain dogs are usually service dogs. Certain breeds.
I think there some that are better than others.
Yeah.
Monty
I'm a
could never-
rescue, but golden retrievers, pit bulls, and German shepherds. are
German
really
Shepherd is
good.
what I see most of the time.
Yeah.
German Shepherd and Golden Retriever I see the most.
I
know
feel
pitbulls
as
are
if
service
my
dogs.
Yorkie would have been a great service dog.
That dog wasn't even a good show dog. Wouldn't act oh, she was an idiot.
Monty?
Monty makes a good emotional support dog though.
He's
He's
great.
excellent.
Emotional support,
lazy?
1,000.
He just wants to cuddle and snuggle.
Protecting
Yeah.
the home.
Oh, he's the worst.
It sounds
You are
like
in the house
he
and Monty's like,
needs.
woo, woo. Ah, you're here. Well, go ahead.
He was just excited somebody new showed up.
He sure is.
What's happening? Come on. There's a safe upstairs.
It sounds more like
Put the code
Monty
in.
is a great dog to emotionally support. Not that he's great. Like he will take all the emotions.
Yes.
And he would love for you to support his.
I'm glad. I hope they do pass that because I get sick and tired of it. It's emotional support. Go.
And then
smoke
the
some
big
weed.
ass dogs on the plane.
Man, people be having.
They
Yeah.
shouldn't be.
You got to buy the seat. That
Yeah, you
dog
gotta
be
buy a seat for that.
outrageous.
It's easy to get. You can literally go anywhere and get a certificate saying your dog's an emotional support dog. Service animal. Now them is legit. They
create
for
that.
real.
When
On
we went to train
Canva.
Monty, the service dog training was the most expensive and the longest one.
Which one?
the service dog training.
Yeah, because
It
they have
was
to
like
be able to
family
like
dogs,
sit for
this.
3 minutes or something like
they
that.
can't get
No,
distracted.
those dogs are like, well, all dogs are intelligent, but they like know what the hell to do. They like get them things. They ain't distracted by no other animal.
Marcus, I seen a dog on
By
TikTok
people.
that can smell its owner's blood sugar, and if they put their hand out, if their blood sugar is high, they'll do like, or no, they'll push it up if it's high, and if it's low, they'll push it down.
That's
They're
amazing.
prepared for you to fall, and they'll lean to help not let your head fall. I'd be like, dang, dogs could do all that.
They really can.
Smell the Oreos on the fingers.
He was like, "You've been eating stuff you ain't supposed to
I
have."
think it's the potbelly pig. I think that one of them animals can smell cancer.
Oh
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Pigs got a really good.
Are
they
you?
can smell
Are
a
we
lot.
recording? Okay, because we can use all this.
Okay. Have you seen Luna on Instagram?
No.
Luna, he knows math, or she knows math.
Oh
What is
yeah,
Luna?
Melissa. It's
That's
a
a
dog.
dog,
that
I'm
knows
assuming.
math.
She
I
knows
believe it.
math.
Better than me.
It's
No, I
freaking
believe
amazing. His owner, hold on, her owner, Luna. What is Luna? She's a mini
Golden?
cockapoo.
Ah,
So he'll do like, oh, hold on, not that one. No, where's the math one?
Why don't you have it pinned, sir? You know.
I
what
know.
we're paying
I'm
for.
so mad that it wasn't pinned. Here we go.
Ready for this one? What is 10 minus 7 plus 1?
wow.
When she does it
you
first,
should
she's
see, I was
almost
like-
counting. Yeah, and when she does
I
it
didn't
light,
get
it's
to
almost
it.
like
You
she's
didn't-
counting on
I
her
gave up.
fingers.
I can't do math with three things.
She's literally my favorite dog on here. Like she's so freaking. He'll do this.
You ready for this one? What is 8 minus
Marcus came to
6?
me last week with a velocity question.
I want you to tell it fully. Wow.
Have y'all seen the dog Bunny? What about Bunny on TikTok who's having an existential crisis?
The dog?
The dog that does all the talking, it presses the button.
Oh,
Poop. Where's Dad? The dog went to the mirror and said, "Who is this?"
to himself.
To himself, and the lady was like, "That's you," and the dog was like, "I am dog."
Bullshit. For real?
And
That's
then
what the dog said.
Dog
Bullshit.
said, "I am dog." And then they said, "What are you on?" And then they have another dog, and it was like, I think it was Oyster. They're like, Oyster is dog, Bunny is human. I was like, hold on.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, they were like, they think dog.
That's evolution.
The conversation has gone too far.
See, that's
Bunny's
what I'm
like,
saying.
humans
the
are
conversation
bad.
has gone too
Humans
far.
must go.
Yeah.
Anytime it's AI or a virus, they always eventually land at
yeah.
the conclusion that
Absolutely.
humans are
Ain't
destroying them.
don't nothing terrify me more than octopus. They too smart.
Oh, and they be getting small and
They
stuff.
extremely smart.
And they're so delicious with marinara.
Y'all are
are.
stupid.
So they're gonna be mad when it's doing to them.
I was a
You
kid.
fine?
My cousin had a Chihuahua, Spike. He used to have seizures, and I always heard about it.
Thank you. I left them there. Thank you so much.
There's some over here too.
There's just the one right here. I appreciate it. Appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, so I always heard this dog had seizures and never thought anything of it until I was over spending a night, and this dog started having a seizure.
The
Funniest
dog.
thing I've ever seen
What
in
does
my
the
life.
dog seizure look like?
The
he
body
got
throw
stiff.
everywhere.
He got real stiff and just started shaking and foaming at the mouth and like salivating really bad. But he was stiff standing up.
Oh, that's not how
And
Kizzy
then
had.
he fell over in that same position. And Brian, my cousin, was like, "Oh, he's having a seizure." Picked him up. The dog, it was like he was stuffed, never moved out of that position. I am laughing so hard.
It's terrible.
I feel like I'm scared for the
No,
dog.
everybody hated that dog.
My
Spike
cat used to
up.
have seizures like that, but her
Everybody
body
hated
would
that dog.
sling
Couldn't
all
stand
across
Spike.
the place. Her body would like hit the wall.
Spike
It
is a
would.
great name for a
It
dog,
was
though.
crazy. I'd be like, oh
man.
no.
I don't want a dog with that have seizures. You got to go somewhere else.
She said, I don't want it. All right, let's start this, baby. I'm gonna put that at the end. Aubrey, put all that banter at the end.